Punters, g'day, welcome to a preview of Moonee Valley. Jack Dickens, you've had 5 days off. Is it the best 5 days you've ever had as a punter?
Not the best 5 days I've ever had as a punter, but I've enjoyed it. If anyone's watching out there and you're a golf coach based in the sort of, I don't know what, sort of Mornington, Bayside area, get in touch. I need your help. We've been allowed to go to a golf course, Peter, since Wednesday, so I've gone and hit some balls, taking Jacko for a swing tomorrow. And we'll also be buying him a gift for his 6 months with the mailbag. But the Olympics has been a pretty good viewing. I haven't watched a race. No, that's a lie. I watched one and I said, why'd I do that? And it was that, what was his name in Belmont yesterday?
The staying race. Oh, the last at Belmont. Wasn't that hilarious? Lollipop Lane we were on.
And what was his name?
Boy Hill.
Right, awful rider. Oh, disgusting.
That race is completely
Peter wants to be
upside
nicer to him than I do. Like, that was just bad, and I thought, you know what, just keep having the week off. I felt weird doing the Valley, but it's done. Every race is done in detail. We're ready to rock and roll on Saturday.
Okay, well, rail 3 metres, first time at the Valley in a little while. What's the track condition? What's the track going to be doing? Do you have any thoughts at this stage?
Windy today, so I think it's a decent drying day. Still, it's Thursday, and it's Melbourne. Like, was it yesterday? It was, Darcy gets up at 5:30, so by 7 o'clock I'll wait until the sun comes up and we go for a walk, and then we're on the tools, we're doing some mulch. By 9 o'clock it was pissing rain sideways, but it was beautiful and sunny from 7 till 9. Then it pissed rain sideways, and then at about midday it was beautiful and sunny again, and then about 3 p.m. it rained sideways again. So good luck trying to prepare a track to race on in this state. I don't know how they do it. I also don't overly... We haven't found a heap of angles, which is probably a good thing, because who knows how the track will race. You know, fresh off a renovation, we had... he was kind enough to come on, the track manager, and walk us through the sort of process, and it's a very old track. It's the oldest track in Australia. It's a unique track in Victoria, and they would have done a lot of work to it to keep it going. And you can get an opinion via the data, but it's still an outdoor sport at the same time.
You're still guessing to a certain extent, but hey, it's why we love the Valley. It's also why a lot of people hate the Valley, but being able to adjust on the fly is what we do best, and it's part of the reason that yourself and Jacko have had such a good 6 months. So, without further ado, you want to start in race 1, which is a Colts and Geldings 2-year-old race, 1,000 metres. They're obviously ending near the season, or the end of the season. Last 2-year-old race. What do you think?
I think this is a nice race to get some money in the bank. Jigsaw will win. It's had a really nice tick-over jump out between runs, and a dominant win at Moonee Valley. It was dominant winning at Caulfield. Mark Zara sat over it. He rides it again here. If you watch him in the replay, he gave this horse one crack, just one little crack, and then he just sort of showed it the whip, said there'll be more if you don't keep running fast, but it was already going too fast. So He just cruised and he eased the thing down. Sharp Response, who it beat, came out and ran decent enough time winning. I think it might have been a midweek meeting at Cranbourne. Most of the horses out of this race have run good races. 2 have won, one's run second, one's run third. The jump out between runs is elite work. It's ticks every box. We talked about the way the track might race. This horse has tactical speed. Of the jump out horses, the 9 Abdon jumped out on a synthetic track, looked okay. Wonder Legend for Sads didn't look too special. If there was a heap of money for it, Sads has been known to play a few games. I'd be a little bit scared, but I'd be more looking for Sadler to set one up if he took it a bit wider. John likes to make sure they're going to win, I reckon, and I think this is a more educational run for this horse who looked like it struggled in jump outs, and the other horse is Millions. I think Jigsaw will roll to probably the lead. He'll have a little look and he'll be winning.
$1.85 best available as of Thursday afternoon. What price are you happy taking down to?
I'm not comfortable. A little bit like Curly last week, taking $1.85 about anything really.
Yep.
Having said that, I've got this horse $1.40, so hypothetically you should take like $1.45. Yeah, so we'll probably take $1.85, $1.80, and hope and expect it starts a little bit shorter and just wins.
Okay, like it. Soft start for the Valley. Race 6. We'll go through the quaddie legs for those at home. We'll see what we can get out of those.
Just on short horses, sorry, Pete. Just like race 5, I'm Thunderstruck. I think we'll just win 2. But this horse will get back probably from that wide draw. So that's a chink that is just too much for me to push you into on this show in regard to like south of $2 horse.
Yep.
Yeah, if we come to race 5 and 4 litres of 1, this thing will drift slightly.
And I'm pretty sure as well with I'm Thunderstruck, Great Diviner, I'm pretty sure is nominated at Morfettville on the Friday. You've got Morfettville Parks Friday and then Morfettville itself on the Saturday. So that might very well be double nominated. Yes, it's in race 3. Morfettville Parks there on Friday. So if it comes out, that obviously shorten up on Thunderstruck a little bit more. It's one of those interesting races as opposed to actually being a betting race, I guess, isn't it?
Yeah, well, it's intelligent to assume that Moonee Valley will race on pace on Saturday because that's what it normally does. So if you want to take a position on Jigsaw, I cannot see a reason why you shouldn't. Other than if you have punting rules that I don't take, what is it, odds on walk on or something like that?
Odds on look on?
Yeah.
No. Bit like talk shit, get hit.
That's my brother's favourite one.
Yeah, it doesn't always apply, but...
If the bar ain't bending, you're just pretending. He used to go, I'm 78 kilos of twisted steel and sex appeal. I don't know where he got that. I think he watched a lot of Arnie videos.
Oh, outstanding.
It doesn't matter how many muscles you got, mate. You got to win a hard ball. Anyway, shout out to you, Charles. Hope you're watching.
Big fan of the show. Not anymore. Race 6, first leg of the quadrella. Ella.
Over the mile.
Over the mile, benchmark 78. You've got Godeline favourite at $4.60, White Hibiscus at $5, Bet You're Flying at $7, So You Assume at $8.50, Lady Dioro and the former Wester's Bester, Why Choose Her at $9.50 a piece. Big field.
Okay, at the moment, big field. I think So You Assume and Leal from 8 and 2 are your likely leaders. Horse for Hire, Godeline, Strome, Silver Lake, and maybe Florent, whose jump out was pretty good. They could roll forward. You think Betcha Flying Waller uses the good gate 4, Snow works in midfield. Lady Dioro sort of rails and runs somewhere. Why Choose Her and White Hibiscus, hard to map. Good enough gates to kick up if they want to. And that'll really dictate and open up this race. If White Hibiscus, Betcha Flying, Why Choose Her, Nordic Symphony, Lady Dioro use the gates, horses like Strome, Florent, even Godeline and Silver Lake are in a really tricky position. If they roll forward, we've got really good tempo here. Over the mile. Now, refresh. This is Moonee Valley. They jump. The mile is just around the home corner. They start. So they've got about, to my mind, 200-300. Then they do a pretty big left-hander. Then they start working down the back. Then they come down the side past the school. Then they hit the home straight. Moonee Valley, more so than other tracks, is kind of like a square. So if the inside draws kick in over a mile, there's big decisions that need to be made by the outside draws. Kind of like a 400-metre start at Caulfield.
Yep.
So you'll see if they kick up and then Florent or Silver Lake want to go on, they'll really burn around that corner. It'll be great tempo. Then they will stop. So tactical race. A lot of head noirs for any in-play punters there at the Valley if we're allowed in, are we?
I don't think so. From what I understand, it's still no patrons this weekend.
Well, the Legends Bar will be open and there'll be plenty packed in there with their laptops. I think there's 2 horses here that look... The race looks skinny to me.
Yep.
I thought Leal, the map horse, and I've got it $7. And currently, what price is it, mate?
You're getting $14 best available.
Yeah, so look, I think you could take a position on it now with the likelihood that the track favours on-pace horses. you'd anticipate if there's a heap of speed, he can just sort of take a sit. Doesn't have to sort of fight to hold him up. I think he's riding really well, Will Teo. Real confidence rider, and he'd have heaps of it after coming up the fence there on that Awapui Princess on Saturday at Caulfield. I really wanted to find number 9, Florent, who had a nice little jump out between runs, peak trips over 600 metres. It's 47 days between runs, which isn't ideal, but it had the jump out, so it's not a factor.
Yep.
It's just this map where it gets to. Why choose her? I half light, but Lockie Neindorf, midfield or worse than midfield, inside, just at the Valley. No, thank you. And a little bit the same with Godelin, who now cops Madison Lloyd, which I just think Moonee Valley is a really tricky track, and I think particularly Liao's just like there's not a lot of thinking needs to be done, and Matty Cartwright on Florent, I just don't know which way they'll sort of go from the barrier, but
yep.
It certainly looks like it's going to run a race. And we backed White Hibiscus last start, so no doubt we're not probably going to back it here. I've currently got the horse $7, so if it gets out, we maybe do, but I doubt we do. And what will happen? It'll look the winner at some point.
Tricky, but angles. 2,500 metres for race 7, benchmark 78. Once more, Smokin' Romans, $3.60 best available from Mr. Mouge at $5. Maserati Bay at $7.50, Crimson Ace at $8, Curry at $10, upwards for the rest of the field. 2,500 metre races at the Valley.
So we're jumping out near the school down the side. We've got a few hundred, and we're into the home corner. So again, slightly like it's a 2,500 metre race. So like you'd hope and expect that most of them get their opportunity. I think I'm great up here, Peter. Number 3 at Maserati Bay looks to me like it's just going to get the coffin and fall asleep for John Allen.
Yep.
But I know if he doesn't get out, I will curse myself for pushing and probably backing John Allen on an inside draw, which I think is his one weakness. I think he's a great rider, but I much prefer John from wide draws where he can just sort of tune them up and get going.
Does that also apply for horses that are going to be more forward? Is that typically more back markers than an inside draw?
Just all inside draws.
Yep.
I can just see like Maserati Bay getting flushed out the back of the surf, like the rip at them on the point here. So, but it's definitely the one here. I think we've got it $5, $7.50 available now. I think that's a fair bet. Smokin' Romans is like I suppose it's a golden switch, but I don't like it. It's going from an inside draw where Jamie Carr gave it a peach.
Yep.
To an outside draw where it looks speed. I don't like the. No, that's the wrong horse. I was talking about another horse, man.
Smokin' Brooms is drawn 16 here.
Yeah, I was talking about Red Santa, which is maybe in the next race.
Yep.
Anyway, I just think that it's a tactical race, and Maserati Bay is going to get a great run. Tabby Run rolls forward, puts itself in the race. Mr. Move's really hard to track. Here to the throne, honest to God, how this horse does what it does is beyond me, but it's often well backed, and if it is well backed, it hoons. And really, really, really like Prince Abbey if it's a wet track at a big price.
Okay. I don't mind that.
I think the race is deep. Like Prince Ziggy can win. Looks like it's already been backed, actually. Anyway.
As we said, this is a competitive quaddie. I think is the best way of describing it. We get a lot of information.
I think Prince Ziggy in race 7 is really good. It's not Prince Abbey, it's Prince Ziggy in race 7 is a reasonable price for a roughie.
I was going to say, was Prince Albie... let me have a look at that horse. Anyway, we'll start talking about race 8 and I'll have a look at that in the meantime. Race 8 is over 2040. Congratulations, Jamie Carr handicap.
Are you fucking serious? What are you saying?
Yeah, I'm serious. It's an open handicap. Red Santa, the favourite for J Carr, $4.40. Namakawa. Yep, something like that. Namakwa. That's right. $6.50. I've been watching too much of the Olympics. Seb Song is $8. Flossing is $8.50. Literati's 11, and it's upwards there for the rest. Another deep field. There's 6 emergencies still to come out. What do you find?
10 to win. Cletus roll forward. Jamie jumps off Cletus, and D Thornton jumps on. There's Red Santa with speed from 16, uniquely with speed from 18. Flossing, who was absolutely blessed last start versus Red Santa, now is not. Even Dubai Moon, Take Me North, Exalted Crown, all got some speed. Now, I don't know if Pete cut it up or not. Hopefully he did, because it didn't make any sense. But Red Santa here goes from a really soft inside draw where Jamie Carr gave it an absolute peach and it just won, to an outside draw and a much trickier map. Now, you'll have a lot more information by the time this race jumps as to how the track's racing. This might be a great thing. If it's real wet, the wide draw might be a great thing. The rail's gone. Who knows? But I think at the price, I think it'll be soft, and you get a better price if you want to back it. Same story Flossing, same story Dubai Moon. Both those horses were completely blessed last start and will not be here. Namakwa, I don't know if we're just saying that, Peter, in an oriental tone due to the Tokyo Olympics, but this thing loses the blinkers. It also loses Ben Allen, who the mailbag told you was flying well before everyone else echoed it, and is replaced now by Madison Lloyd. That is a reasonably negative jockey switch, and you need to take a couple of lengths off. It also loses the blinkers. Now, 2 things will happen here. The horse will be a little bit slower, you'd assume, out, and also a less aggressive rider. So you're just going to naturally want to map this horse sort of second pair, third pair. It could be a lot worse, and don't be surprised if it is. Seb's Song, can you believe this horse is going around? Because it was $1.50 at to $3.50. Nothing said about it. Craig Williams gave it the absolute peach ride, and it got knocked over by Duke of Plumpton, who's a number. Unbelievable stuff. Net's now up in grade. It looks like it's going to get another really nice run here again. It'll win, and I'll be headless. I'll be so confused, and if I'm confused, what fucking hope is everyone? Like, honest to God, that horse is, you can tell it's agitating me. The other horse that agitates me here is number 11, Capricorn Ridge, who was just given less than none last week by Jacob Offerman. It backs up here on the quick backup, which I like. It loses Offerman, which I love. Paddy Maloney, I don't love, but Barris 6 is not bad here. If this horse can jump and just use a little bit of tactical speed, it's going to be 8 lengths closer to the win than it was last week, entering the final straight. So I think it can improve big time, Capricorn Ridge. The race keeps going on and on. Anyway, here's what we're doing. Number 3, Literati. Gladrap, Benny, Gladrap Mellon jumps on, replaces Will Price. Last start behind Senor's Express. Now, Senor's Express swooped and won. This horse sat on speed. This horse has tactical speed should Benny choose to use it. It was blinkers on last time. Blinkers stay on, but now Mellon goes on. Simon Wild and Benny Mellon are profitable. It's a combination. You can see that on your puntingform.com.au. One, back the horse. That's what I'm going to do. We will have backed this horse by the time this show goes up. However, if the rail chops badly, we're in a lot of trouble with this bet. It's drawn Barrett 2. I anticipate, I hope, and I pray to the gods, Bud, Al, Zeus, Harry Potter, and Basil Zemplis, that this thing lands in the coffin somewhere, and coffin to, or one back further back the fence.
Oh, outstanding.
Last leg of the day. Let's not bullshit. We've gone for long enough, Peter.
Benchmark 70.
It's a field leg in the quaddie, punters. Good luck to you. If you like something, let us know on Twitter, because I've done the race. Everything I like's drawn wide, put it that way.
Okay.
And everything I half liked, though. It wasn't even like a sort of semi. It was just a little bit of pins and needles. Yeah.
Just there.
Thought you had something. Nothing.
No, play on, advantage. All right, that's very good. Out west, it's going to be real wet. I'll be on course doing some mounting yard mail. The only race of interest I actually have so far, it's not even a betting race, but Indian Pacific, you might remember Dicko. He came across, ran second in the Group 1 down the straight at big odds. I think I had it for a new car, but instead I've still carless. I'm Carleen, you might say.
I was going to say there's so much stuff there because it's Carleen, Jamie Carr, and motor vehicles.
Yep. Just ticks all boxes.
Two of those things you love.
Anyway, he might be on the way over. He might not be. We'll see. But he's debuting for this preparation back at Belmont in the 6-horse race. So no bet, but I'm keen to see him in the flesh.
Yeah, all right. So Moonee Valley, great to be back at Moonee Valley. Best bet race 1, Jigsaw. Value bet race 8, number 3, I think it was, Literati for Simon Wild and Benny Mellum. We've got, I don't know if we have Mountie Yard Mail at Moonee Valley, but it won't matter. We certainly won't be pretending and doing it off TV. We're not that desperate for your money. But we will be betting all the same. 6 months straight of winning. We're going to start again and keep on winning. That's our plan. Curly's betting and flying. Jeez, he was big last Saturday. He's very busy on and off the track. And where's he betting this week?
He is betting at Eagle Farm, Gold Coast, Toowoomba, Sunny Coast, and you'll probably find 1 or 2 at Ipswich as well.
Oh, God.
There is an Ipswich meeting.
Busy boy. Rhoden and Scurry doing what they do in Sydney.
Randwick this Saturday. All right, punters. It's been good. Dickens, thank you. All the best. Bye for now.